Yo, what's up everybody? This is Unpunk bringing you a video here today on two brand new legends that we assume / look like they will be coming out this coming Tuesday or tomorrow, which will be Tuesday the 12th of March. Now, this has been known for quite a while, but I wanted to wait till the information was a little bit more confirmed up and a little bit more solidified, so that way I brought you guys a video of the most accurate information I have to this date. Now, the two different names are going to be Wattson with two T's, like watt, like a kilowatt, and then you also have Octane, which is, as it sounds, like gasoline, octane, that kind of combo. Now, these are going to be pretty cool legends. We don't know a lot about Wattson, so we'll talk about him first. We assume it's going to be a male. Don't get mad at me if that is incorrect or genders flip-flop, whatever they want to be. I know that's a controversial topic in today's society. But basically, Wattson has a Tesla trap that you can throw out. That's going to be a deployable trap. That's probably going to shock / slow down enemies. I would assume it's going to be fairly similar to how the gas trap works for caustic, but probably have only one can be out at a time and has a little bit of a wider range and slows the enemy down more significantly, causing small amounts of damage as well. But I think it's going to be very tactical, especially if you're out in the open. You want to throw that down. It's going to really catch an enemy in a trap, and they're not going to be able to move much, so you're going to be able to mow them down and just wreck them. I think that's how that's going to work, but again, don't have 100% facts on these and how these work yet, as we haven't seen them in game or been told by the developers yet, because none of this has been confirmed. But all the information is from the PC files, so it is how they are planning to have it. If it does change, then I will definitely give you guys an update on that. That's really all we know about Wattson, is that he's gonna have a Tesla trap. That's probably his L1, not his ultimate. His ultimate will probably be something a little more crazy, maybe like a shock, or he shoots out a huge burst of electricity, knocking enemies back and stunning them if they're near him, if he gets overrun, something along those lines. I would hope would be a super awesome ultimate to have in, but again, we'll just have to wait and see. Potentially tomorrow, we will be getting the update that will be showing all of these characters off. If you are watching this video tomorrow, be ready, because I'll update you guys if that does happen. Now, the next legend we have is called Octane. This one is going to be absolutely OP to have on your team. You're going to want to make sure one player has this character. Now, we know this one's ready to go. We've seen the model in game. You see the model on the screenshot, or the thumbnail rather. That is the model of the character, what the character looks like. Obviously a cartoony version compared to the slightly different style of art that it is when you play the actual game. It's a little bit more realistic looking, of course. But the passive ability for Octane is going to be called Swift Mend, and while not taking damage, Octane restores health over time. So I assume this is probably going to be a small amount of health, maybe 1 or 2 points a second, something along those lines, but you will slowly start to rejuvenate health if you're not taking damage, which is going to be extremely overpowered, I think, depending on how they balance it and how much health you get. I think that could be a really, really clutch thing, but it's also going to encourage camping, as some of my buddies were telling me and discussing with me the other day, talking about how it is probably going to encourage more camping, but it will make the length of each match most likely a little bit longer, because towards the end game, if you fight, you can run away and you can kind of hide out low-key more and have more engagements over time, because you won't have to worry about having as many health med kits, that kind of thing, because you'll be able to have that passive repair, which I think will be really, really cool to have, and I'm really excited to try out this character when it comes into game. The next character, or the next ability, is going to be the tactical, the L1, LB tactical ability, and it is move 30% faster for 6 seconds, but it costs 10% health, and you're immune to slows while active. So that affects basically the caustic or any electric grenade that will stun you, or any kind of slowing effect that you might have will be immune for that 6-second duration you use this. But you will have to sacrifice 10% of your health, so it leaves you at a lower health. I want to say this is pretty similar to the Bloodhound ability, but it's just a little bit probably more powerful, but you lose that health. so it's hit and miss. It's a lot shorter than the Bloodhound's ability, so not sure how useful this one will be, but if you play it right, I'm sure it can be extremely useful. Now, its ultimate is super cool as well. It is a feature that Fortnite has had for a while, and it is a launch pad. It's a deployable jump pad that catapults, I can't speak this morning here, catapults users through the air, which is pretty awesome if you do ask me. I think that's gonna be really cool. I know that it can be used with your entire team. I'm not sure if it's something that only stays for a small duration of time or will stay for the remainder of the match, allowing other players to jump off it as well, but I'm assuming it's going to be somewhat similar to the way that the redeploy system with the balloons work in this game, but probably a little bit toned down, as that would be too OP if you could launch that high into the air off a launch pad. I assume it might be half the distance or a fourth the distance, but again, at this time we don't have all those specifics. So I wanted to just kind of go through and explain these different characters, these new legends that are coming in. There is additionally more legends coming in. I want to say there is 11 total new legends that have not been added into the game yet, increasing the roster to somewhere around, I believe, 19 in total if I can do calculations. So over the period of probably this year, maybe into next, we will be getting new legends and new characters, if you want to just call them that to make it a little easier for you. New characters to have and use throughout your game, which is really awesome. We do know that there are 3 new maps coming that have been leaked. We got the Battle Pass, or the Season 1 Pass, or whatever they're gonna call it. That's coming out soon. So make sure you guys are subscribed here on the channel. Drop a like if you enjoyed the video and are hyped for these 2 new special characters we're gonna be getting here, hopefully tomorrow. Leave a comment on when you think it's gonna come out and what your thoughts are on them as a whole. And we'll see you guys real soon. Peace.